Citizen are here. Nataka tu rudie kwa ufupi in 2 minutes so that we capture something, and then I can repeat a little bit of this in 2 minutes. They have requested that you just repeat a little bit in 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. Today we are here in Mathare to support Honorable Oluoch as he launches the appeal for this disaster for his people of Mathare. But just to say in terms of the national government, that the coordination that we have must be a coordination that now removes people from the camp and they go. But we cannot just come and say we have the rent. We need to sit down with all the teams, Red Cross, UNICEF, so that even when you're doing cash transfer, you're doing a cash transfer knowing very well this person has received, can now leave, and after that you close the camp. They need utensils, they need everything for their children for school. They need school uniforms, they need school exercise books, and many other things. All the bridges, I know Mheshimiwa will speak about that, but they need to look at the schools, and I'm telling the Ministry of Education, please send a team. The same way you went to Karen, you need to come to Mathare to look at the schools, assess them, and see whether Mathare is ready for opening school, or you need some time. Especially the toilets. I believe they are all gone, they are down. So sanitation is going to be a big issue, and so we are pleading. We are pleading with government, we need to take all the bodies home. We need waiver in whatever mortuary they are in, most of them at city mortuary, and we need now to see a fund coming in. Every person who lost any human being should now go with dignity home. And I'm saying, let us not look at our people. It has become like our people are no people. When you die without dignity completely. And yes, it's a disaster. Let's not do that as a country. So I'm pleading to the President, we first need to take the bodies and we need to close the camps, but with dignity. Thank you very much. And watu wa Mathare, poleni sana.
Asante, tumpigieni Madam Beatrice Elachi, MP wa Dagoretti North, kwa kuja kusaidia kulaunch hii Mathare Floods Disaster Fund. Na niwashukuru wana Mathare wote for the resilience that you have shown during this floods disaster. Mathare constituency was the worst hit, not only in Nairobi, but I think in the whole country. We had about 5,200 households that were affected, close to about 20,000 people who were displaced and are now in various camps. They are in camps now that was at Valley Bridge, another one was at PAG, another one was at Undugu, ingine ilikuwa kule 4B, Chiefs Camp, hapa tuwaweza, like the young man has said, SDA iko hapa. There were many camps, and those camps continue to hold our people who are living in conditions that we must now intervene in, which is the purpose of the launch of this fund, that there is a waiting disaster. Like has been said, there are very poor sanitary conditions in terms of toilet facilities and access. Mothers and how they lactate their children. Mothers and how they access dignity and sanitary conditions. Watoto who are teenagers mixed together with wazee and young teenage girls are conditions that are a recipe for disaster in terms of a health brewing humanitarian crisis. This gap is what we have identified by myself and the partners who are here as the Member of Parliament, that we need to do an urgent intervention to ensure that people, wherever they are, even before we transit them to where they will go, they have a right to dignity. They have been attended to in terms of their welfare. Access to food has been coming, blankets, mattresses, and I want to thank all donors, international organization, UNHCR, Red Cross, wafadhili wote kutoka government, national government, individuals, na hawa CHPs who have volunteered young people like Akaja with no skills, wale walikuwa naingia kwa maji, risking their lives to save children. Wote nawapigia asante sana. Our DCC and the entire administration, village elders, na wote who rallied together. It is in time of crisis like this that you know that people do not have a tribe, do not have a religion, do not have a political party. These are one people, and they responded like their fellow human beings were affected. Mujipigie makofi watu wa Mathare kwa ile kazi mlifanya. In the wake of that, there has been an outpouring of messages of goodwill, messages of condolences from within, from the churches where I worship, from parliament where I come from abroad, people in diaspora asking how can we assist. And I have been slow to make any definitive intervention because I wanted to give the various agencies time to do the things that they could do. They have done what they could do, but now it is time, as your member of parliament, we have put together a stakeholders committee with the administration that we have here, our CHPs, our volunteer doctors, mahospitali zetu za KMTC, Lions, NCCK, na zile shirika zote zilitusaidia in previous medical camps. Farm technologists, wale led by Dulo and his team, have come together to try and see that we can have a 2 weeks camp. Hii 2 weeks medical camp will respond mainly to the big camp which is at Huruma ground, which is the main camp that is holding our people. It will also respond to this camp that is behind us here, called Undugu, which is the second biggest camp. There will also be mobile clinics that will respond to the PAG, to the Kosovo Chiefs Camp Kule, to Tuaweza Chiefs Camp, camp where people are staying, to Tuaweza, and also to the hundreds of people who did not go to camps but were affected and displaced and walienda kukaa na relatives wao in various places. Those people are still displaced wherever they are, staying with other families. Pia hao wanahitaji msaada of a medical nature. People are about to resume schools. These schools mahali walika, the infrastructures are broken. I saw Mathare Old Primary School hapa. Maji imeingia ikasomba all the documentations, sahi ndio wanajaribu kuzianika. I have seen Valley Bridge, ukuta imeangushwa chini. I have seen Salama Primary, maji na matope yako kwa madarasa. And the many schools that are here, the government must intervene to not only ensure that it is healthy and sanitable for our children to go there. Vile Mama Dago amesema, haya macho kwa sahizi hayawezi kutumika. The disaster fund that we have within the CDF cannot be enough. The Ministry of Education and the national government must do what you call affirmative action for informal settlements. Informal settlements are a special place where people at the very lowest ebb are staying, and they require an assistance of its own. So tunawauliza kwamba that intervention must be made. This fund that we are launching today, apart from the medical camp, we will be able to reach out to people who died. There are a number of people confirmed deaths wawili kutoka Mabatini. One from Gay, one from Huruma, one from Kosovo. Some have buried, some have not. There are others who are missing. 5 from Lango Kubwa, 4 from Mabatini, and 1 from Kiamaikol. And the many others who also lost their property like Bena. Bena mali uko tena tu weke mkono so that the new media people wale walikuwa wakuone. Ghetto pharmacy huko pia wamepoteza mifugo mingi. But huyu kijana Bena kutoka Ngei alipoteza his pigs that he rears that are close to over 50. Na watu wengi wale waliadhiriwa. We are trying to see wale walikufa, if we can get a decent send-off and burial for them, possibly get waivers for the mortuary fees, tuwatafutie sanduku and transport to be able to reach home. This disaster is also going to respond to our volunteers who sacrifice and with sleepless nights and little in terms of tools and facilities na mavazi. Tuwatafutie vile wanaweza kurespond tena siku ingine in terms of their toolkits and their tools of trade, and possibly even some form of appreciation. So with those, because tuko na shughuli ya kupea bazari watu wa Kia Michael hapa, I now want to launch officially hii medical funds appeal. First of all, I would like the pay bill. Ile pay bill iko hapa, hiyo ndio ninataka hii kwanza muilete hapa. So nataka iwekwe hivi, tafadhali. Haya, nataka munishikie hii juu. Mama Dago njoo. Mama Dago njoo hivi. So this is the fund and we want to now go live. Wale watu wako watu wetu kutoka eneo tofauti, people who are in Nairobi, in Mathare, around the country, and even people from the diaspora, because I received requests from people as far as the US, the UK, and elsewhere. How can we help? So now we have created this fund. Imekuwa registered officially with Safaricom. Inaitwa Mathare Flood Disaster Fund. So nataka tuanze na sisi wale tuko hapa. Nataka tuanze na sisi wale tuko hapa. Utoe simu yako. Mimi mwenyewe nitatoa ufadhili wangu. Toa simu yako. Tuende polepole mahali huko. Tunasaidia by starting with ourselves kutoka hapa mahali tuko. And those who are following us online, hata kama uko na shilingi 10, nataka uitoe, itatoa jina yako na iko dashboard where we will be able to see. Utaenda, inaitwa Mathare Flood Disaster Fund. Tukienda pamoja, unaenda kwa Mpesa. Ukitoka kwa Mpesa, unatafuta Paybill. Ukiwa kwa Paybill, unaenda unatafuta business number. Business number ni 891300. Nirudie tena. Paybill number 891300. Alafu uweke account 97269. Ukishafika hapo, sasa ni siri yako kati yako na Mungu wako, na mimi nitaiona pande hii kama mjumbe wako. Uweke shilingi 10, uweke 20, uweke 100. Kama Mungu amekubariki uweke 1000, na kama umebarikiwa sana uweke 10,000, na yule alibarikiwa zaidi times weka hata 1,000,000. Account number 891300. Hiyo ni Paybill, usiende kwa buy goods, ni Paybill 891300. Account number 97269. Itakutolea jina huko juu, Mathare Floods Disaster Fund. So tusimame uhesabiwe kwamba umesimama na watu wa Mathare, na umesimama na wale wamepoteza watoto, wale wamepoteza nyumba zao, property zao, tuweze kuwapatia a dignified send off kwa wale walikufa, na tuweze kumount a 2 weeks medical camp. This medical camp will be in 2 phases. Kutoka Monday tarehe 13 mpaka Sunday, our local hospitals, Lions, Jumuia NCCK, kule Sofco na wengine, they will be doing a mobile clinic in Undugu, in Masinde Muliro Huruma grounds, na kwa zile camp zingine. Wakimaliza hiyo wiki, we will be bringing help, na hizo zinawekwa Lions na places zingine mahali zinaweza kuwekwa. Alafu on the second week, our medical professionals from the various hospitals, hospitali hizi kubwa kubwa, including KMTC yetu hapa, will come and join them from the 19th for another week of medical camp. Hii medical camp will include counseling for people who are slowly heading into depression. Mumesikia hapa, it is not about just giving them food. These people need to be returned into their proper mental frame. Ndio waweze kurudi back into their productive selves. So we will get counselors. Waweze kukaa na hawa na wawashauri. Hii paybill itatusaidia kurestore properties za vijana wetu na wengine kama Bena. Yule alipoteza vitu vyake mingi sana. Na ile farmers, ghetto farmers kutoka Kia Michael, wale walipoteza vitu zile wamefanya. So we ask all our local supporters, our leaders, organizations, banks, international people including friends who are listening to us because we are live. Muweze kwenda kwa hiyo paybill mara ya mwisho 891-300, 891-300, account number 97269. Itakuletea jina Mathare Flood Disaster Fund. So, hiyo tukimaliza tuweke chini tujipigie makofi because this is our property. Hii ni initiative yetu na hii ni initiative by Mathare for Mathare, but we will ask our other help from other people outside of Mathare. I now want to give my contribution. Mimi kama mbunge wenyu and the patron of this, mimi ninaanza hii fund na shilingi 500,000, 500,000 shillings. 500,000 shillings nimeitoa rasmi, and this 500,000 shillings will be the seed. Ile itaanza na pesa sasa zifuate. Hiyo yako 10, 100, 10,000 na hizo zingine. And in a few weeks, vile Mama Dago amesema, we want people back into their homes doing their lives. Nobody wants to stay in an IDP camp as a way of life. Easy camp zifike closure, but people should be sent off in dignity. The same way we have said that those who died also deserve dignity. Wale wanaishi na waliadhiriwa na wako genuine should also be treated with dignity as they transit to their normal state of life. On that note, I want to declare this appeal officially open. Open. Asanteni.
Na mimi nitasindikiza mheshimiwa na shilingi 50,000 kwa hiyo fund.
Asante. So mnaona hiyo mchango inaendelea. Mama Dago amesindikiza hii 500 with 50,000 shillings.
And One Life Africa will give 50,000.
One Life Africa watatupatia 50,000. Munaona tayari we are at 600,000. Ninajua hapa zile mumeweka pia zimeongezeka. Mama Dago pia alichukua namba ya Bena, na Bena atapata ufadhili ya Mama Dago. Mimi also nitafikia Bena. Kuna hiyo farmers ya Kia Michael na wengine. We will ensure that we reach you with help. So asanteni sana, mujipigie makofi sana. Na tushukuru watu wa Kia Michael because hii ilikuwa ni hafla yao. And now, I want us, because we are now here, Martin, bring for me the first checks zile tunaweza kupeana nifungue, alafu watu wa Kia Michael wata DJ weka mziki kidogo, Mama Dago apatiane cheki ya kwanza alafu waende. Apeane check moja ya CDF kwa sababu watu wa Kia Michael wamenisalimia sana mpaka wamechoka. Leo wasalimie Mama Dago. Si ndio? Wasalimie Mama Dago.
Niko kwa hiyo committee ya CDF, so sasa niko hapa.
Yes, Mama Dago is a member of
sasa. A member of the CDF committee in parliament. Bwana Mathare oye. Mimi huwa naketi katika hiyo kamati ya National Government Constituency Fund na